Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast with me, host Imperial Dane, the one and only Master Propaganda. Accept no substitutes. Off here to 2v2 on Pachino Farmlands. In the south, we have the German army, double Deutsches Afrika Korps here. With the 16th Panzer Division, we got Rutra and we got Kronosaurus. Setting out here for the German army, tasked with directing assault right into the Allied flank here, where we have in the north BlueSkidrow and enemy scrambling to counter set flank assault there by the German army. We got enemy here with the Americans of the 91st Division and BlueSkidrow here with the men of the 7th Armored Division, the Desert Rats. So we're off here to an exciting and intense match for sure. Panzer Puni advancing in numerous directions. We've got Bersaglieri here as Kronosaurus and this Italian aid here in the match against the Allied forces, hauling in both Italian infantry and possibly even Italian armor. We'll have to see. There's definitely been a rise, I think, in M1340s and some events as of late, as more DAK players are starting to realize these things actually, kind of good. First set moving towards the center again, Guineas and Panzer Puni about to clash here. And there you go, first shots fired here as the Guineas catch the Panzer Puni here. Rapidly forcing the back. There was some well-placed grease gun fire. Further north here, we got the MD there moving through the lemon orchard there. The south here, Panzer got the point here. Steady approach so far otherwise. No sign of a battle group choice yet here from Rutra. Of course, for his teammate, we do know that is Italian Combined Arms. We got special operations here by way for enemy since we got a weasel out there. So that basically leaves Rutra and the British players sort of really reveal what they got hidden up the sleeves. And Guineas advancing there. Got Basil being dramatic in the background. Panzer Puni here versus the weasel there by the Western fuel point here. Quickly falls now and back. And they forgot to hit the machine gun gewehr. Panzer gives the scouts here. Sandbags. Basil being extra dramatic. North side here we got Bersaglieri versus the sappers there. Realizing the stand guns are no match against the Carcano at those ranges. Vic is here. Just covering up things to make it difficult. Though for Kronosaurus assists his Bersaglieri. We've got a 250 after now for Rutra. He'd like to shoot some Panzerwagen. And there you go. Being forced to withdraw. The engagements can turn completely pear-shaped here for Kronosaurus with the rather that Vickers in the house here. And let's pop over to Kronosaurus with his double Panzer Grenadiers, but yeah, Panzer Puni start. Panzer Grenadiers versus Sap on Guineas in the south. Rob's opening up. We got the weasel almost going to go. Got the 30 cal ready. Hey Bob, I found the 30 cal. Someone hid it like under this blanket. Rob's moving forward to the Panzer Grenadiers here. Carnot TKs trying to reap a grim harvest there amongst the Americans. 250 after there. Like to shoot some Panzerwagen. Being rushed to the front line here to assist the beleaguered Panzer Grenadiers and give them that boost of confidence to overcome the Americans. On the north side, though, BlueSkidrow has seen a complete collapse of the German lines and is now pushing across the riverside here to further threaten German supply lines here in the east. Good push there. But we can see, though, Kronosaurus is quick to shift axis of attack and move to assist his teammate instead, looking to split up the map more along a sort of west-east axis, it would appear. Round scouts there. Weasel there moving in again, taking a few hits here. So, bit of skirmishing here. Grabbing the fuel point there. BlueSkidrow knows what he's looking for. He's looking for that fuel. Bersaglieri moving up here, sectional flanking in there from nearby restaurant or whatever that's supposed to be. More sections moving up here. Bersaglieri caught in a rather horrid state there and will have to withdraw here. Already taking losses. 250 half-tech Panzers moving up here, slow to assist here. Kronosaurus, sending help of Panzer Grenadiers. We've got more troops moving to the north here. Looks like things are heating up around the center of Pachino here as all sides are converging upon it. Email fuel point there has been grabbed. We can see the Germans are making an attempt for the western fuel point on the far west as well. Returning the favor there to the Allies. Sections though pushing in here. BlueSkidrow rapidly advancing here, clearing the streets here of any German presence with his men of British might there and mustache. Panzer Puni out in the open. Bersaglieri, they're all low and healthy. I think at this point, Kronosaurus may have to abandon position here. Meanwhile, half-tech subs a big hit here. But he's clearly using it to support his Panzer Grenadiers here, getting a lot of combined arms bonuses active at the same time. And Guineas in trouble, 250 after withdrawing. And in the center, we do see Kronosaurus forced to abandon. He's bring up more Panzer Grenadiers. He's already got the enemy side. And then the Guineas squad goes down. Bit of a slap across the face here for enemy. West side man goes off, leaving several riflemen there feeling quite permanently and terminally exhausted. East side here, sappers are hard at work, they're grabbing points. And at this point, Kronosaurus has a lot of infantry, 3 Pentagon escorts plus the Bersaglieri. Hey, you guys don't look very German. We are very German. That sounds Swedish. Mario, I don't know how to do a German accent. I accidentally sounded Swedish. You're on your own. Troops pulling back here. Over to enemy, who's got, well, replacing the engineers. He's got the captain out. We'll have to see what happens next. We've got grenades there, obviously, to counter the half-track. We got Stuart Light Tank prepared here for BlueSkidrow. Unsurprising, the Stuart Light Tank, even when the nerfs remains pretty popular, as it is, well, still a very solid light tank. West side here, Rifle Squad hits another mine there. Good mining by Rutra here. Thumbs up to that. In the center, though, we got another British push here. We got Bren guns on the way there for BlueSkidrow. Right into a flamethrower, though. Bren guns certainly can't help against that. Rapid the British advance here, panzer being overwhelmed here. Forcing away forward against German positions. There is no mercy here from BlueSkidrow, none whatsoever. And there you go, the Rutra response for the flak fielding. Rapidly hitting back there, the British forces. We got the Panzers, the captain here. Things are definitely a bit all over the place at the moment. We also got here Kronosaurus looking to clean up things here. Return some control there to the German lines. In the west, southwest here, we got the captain now being surrounded by German forces as Rutra comes pouring in from all sides except the north side. We got BARs up here as well for enemy, though with only 2 rifle squads. He's definitely going to need more infantry to really, leverage that upgrade. I mean, it's still good with 2 rifle squads, but you kind of want to go for more. Meanwhile, Stuart Light Tank out here for BlueSkidrow and the British Empire, the 7th Armored Division. Tally-ho, chaps.
Sector gone. We must take it back.
Ambulance out there as well for Kronosaurus. And we got this survival package here for Rutra. Gives, of course, a bit more health, but also smoke for his flak feeling. That's definitely going to help it out significantly. And what is this? We got a Panzer group out here for Kronosaurus. Stood moving up and getting the flak feeling. Panzer moving up into block. Threatening with the snares there in case they're trying to get too close here. Stood creeping up here. Panzer banking off here. And we got more BRs on the way here for enemy's men. Flak feeling sneaking up there. Trying to punch through the Stuart's front line with limited success. Unsurprisingly. West side here, we got Panzer and going for the western fuel pump, but again, enemy strikes are down there. And over to BlueSkidrow here, Stuart getting slammed here with a flak fire. We got the Panzer coming up here with that Panzerbuchse. Going for that Stuart light tank, but the Stuart keeps a very sensible distance here. We got Panzer Pioneer here, Panzer's flanking in there on the sappers in the center, force them out. Grenades being chucked here. And in the far north, there's Lone Unit under Kronosaurus Command. It's out to hit the far north fuel point there. Northeastern. Meanwhile, more pressure on the left side here from enemy. And we got skirmishing around the fuel point here. Because there we got Indian artillery from BlueSkidrow. Panzer's occupying several houses here, forming up a fairly dense position there. That's going to be tough there to clear out without artillery or a lot of fire. Or tanks. South here, enemy, Rutra slowly edging forwards here. In the north, we got here Kronosaurus on the move here, Panzer Jaegers, Panzer Pioneer, and the not Guas, sorry about the Bersaglieri. We got the Stuart creeping in, 6 pounder guns on the way here for BlueSkidrow. Continue to move through on the west side, Panzer Jaegers setting up a little ambush position there. Rest of his forces hanging about here. And the far south, enemy going in hard here. We got Minesweepers spotting some of Rutra's mines. Thumbs up to enemy, of course, for getting Minesweepers. Very solid stuff. And up north here, the Panzer Jaegers find the little ambush completely diffused as they find themselves on the receiving end of a lot of angry Englishmen. Panzer's setting out here. 6 pounder gun almost done there for BlueSkidrow. Panzer beaming up there. And there go moving up the middle road here. We got the 250 opening up here. The Leichtgeschützen Panzerwagen. Grenades here on the way for BlueSkidrow. Panzer's finding out. Panzer PM got the flak feeling joining in. A lot of fire just drowning out in the center now here. Bullets flying all over the place here. It is a very heated engagement, and not just because of the flamethrower. Sections there slowly being pushed back as further pressure arrives. And there go. Mine goes off. But the looks of BlueSkidrow Stuart light tank suffers a combusted engine. And there you go. Grenades now available for BlueSkidrow. Weasel hanging back here. As for Mr. Enemy, we do have the motor pool here, but nothing further out of it. We got more of the move enemy as well. Southwest here, Rutra looking to further fortify his flank here, securing the orphanage. Right, moving up to perhaps clear it out. And further up north here, we got here BlueSkidrow remains to support his two light tank Eves as we're seeing repairs there. Careful now. We borrowed this one. We've heard this joke 1,000 times, Jeremy. Put a sock in it. In the south here, Valscourt pushed back. Mortar firing down. Got a pack 38 ready here for Rutra, the Panzerabwehrkanone 38. Worth knowing he actually built this one rather than calling it in. Fresh Allied assault in the center here. Valscourt being occupying some nearby residential areas. Back filling, mounting, Panzer hanging back here. Mortar at the back. Bren sections moving up. Stewart moving in from the north as well here. Bercier slightly withdrawing here. Flak feelings. Panzer moving about here. Looks like they've set up shop here at the south edge of Pachino. It looks like things are just more and more steadily converging of the center of the map here. Need to be careful they don't get too stuck into that. Like these Romans maneuver around Pachino center. Flak feeling in the center again. Basically, a lot of troops. We got the 6 pounder coming up. You got Mortar on the flak feeling. The crew is getting shredded with debris there. Panzerpini flushing out the sappers themselves, doing their best to flush out the Germans from the streets here. Just an absolute slug out here for the center of Pachino. And I think at this point, whoever brings in the most artillery is going to have the advantage. Which so far means enemy has the advantage because he does have some artillery. So far from either German player, we got Zip. Oh, what's this? Got an M1340 here out for Kronosaurus. Rutra Balway has yet to pick up L group. Panzers they're close being wiped out. Mortar slowly inching forward. 6 pounder guns. M1's moving up here as well. I think at this point the Germans may want to slightly consider see if they can't draw the Allies out of the center here or find another axis of attack here. 6 pounder gun gets a great shot of the flak feeling. M1340 to the rescue. Look, it's a Panzer. Oh, wait, it's an Italian one. Up northwest here, Panzer versus the rifle squad again just sneaking up on the west side. Thumbs up to Rutra there. And we got here the focus fire ability, but versus grenades and a BAR input on them, it doesn't quite compare now, does it? Heavy fighting continues over the center. Repairing here. Lots of repairs going on there. Got manpower being floated. Are we seeing any attempts like maybe bring up water half tracks? We are not. No light Infanteriegeschütze either. And there we go. What is this? He's actually rushed straight ahead here for the Panzerarmee Commando and is going to go for a fast Panzer III. Fast-ish anyways. Thumbs up there to Rutra. Very good. Ode to Kronosaurus. As I'm guessing he's going to rely more on Italian armor. And there he goes. Calling a lighter Infanteriegeschütze. Actually, no, that is Rutra's called it in there. So he's trying to bring up some artillery. Very good there. Definitely needed some artillery. Meanwhile, British forces advancing their Bren guns there. Ready to mow down any Germans. And similar to how the German infantry squad was built around the MG-34 and the MG-42, the British infantry squad was built around the Bren gun. The key difference, of course, is just how they envision the MG should work. Where the Germans favoured high volume of fire, whereas the British favoured, more steady volume and just higher accuracy. Up north here, Panzer's falling back here with an MG-34 on the way. Yeah, dug in here by the east edge here of Pachino. I think it's going to be difficult for the Germans to just easily push forward, though, of course, artillery will definitely assist in the endeavour here. But arguably, some flank maneuvers here I think could pay off much better. There you go. Panzer III, Asfang moving forwards here for Rutra. West side here, we got Panzers the Ralph Squad. There we got Commandos sneaking forwards right into a mine. Good work there. Up north here, we got the M1340 versus the Bren sections. We got the Vickers at work as well here. Panzer's trying to flank in. Grenade off on the M1340, but it gets through the mess. And further up north here, grenade exchange here. Sword off, Sappers is the Panzer Grenadier. Number 69 going off. Panzer they're pinned down by the Vickers. And the Panzer Pioneer go down. Some have got a steel grenade off, but it is not enough. West side here, we got Panzer moving up here. Again, another push up here by Kronosaurus. I mean, I would like to maybe also go a bit more up here. There's not really a lot there, and they could hit behind some very crucial weapon systems. Meanwhile, though, Allied forces, due to the rasp up north here, have thinned the defense of the center, allowing the German troops now to claim it. Very good play there. British forces, of course, are not being lax here, as of course they take to the advantage, push across the river east here of Pachino and threaten the German far right flank. Could we be seeing more tanks out here of Kronosaurus is the big question. And it is over here to enemy. There's commanders, there's riflemen, and other stuff. In fact, he's gone straight for the tank depot, only using the motor pool for a single anti-tank gun, and I suppose more if it became necessary. Stood watching over here with the commander in tow. Panzer III there.
The sector's been overrun. It's theirs now.
Bit of skirmishing here. Panzer quickly falling on the way of the Bren section. West side here, Panzer push back. And we got Panzer goes to the right forward here. Forcing another withdrawal here. We got the Panzer III slow moving up. Panzer goes moving up. Panzer Pioneer support. Further down here, flak feeling out the ready. We got the PaK 38 there, ready to blow apart any advancing Allied vehicles, at least attempt to. Artillery firing down in the center here. Mortar firing down depth. Panzer goes moving forward here. Stuart there firing into the flanks. 6-pounder gun moving up. And what is this? It's another M1340 out here of Kronosaurus. For a total now of, I believe, 2 Italian tanks. We got mortar half-tanks going up now here for Rutra. Definitely provides them with even more artillery. At this point, the Germans will definitely have the advantage in light artillery. With the Allies only having a mortar, and the Germans this way is going to have a light infantry gun and what looks to be 2 mortar half-tracks. Stuart here pursuing the M1340, could take it up. Panzerjäger, second hand tank moving up here. Stuart bouncing a shot there. M1340 goes down. But there we go. Stuart and getting flanked now. Panzerjägers and the M1340 hit grenade off as well. And the Stuart is kaput. Good killer by the German anti-tank is unexposed. And this also means the northern fields are now open to a rapid German advance that could certainly give the Germans a significant resource advantage unless the Allies launch a specifically fast counterattack. Got a 105 Sherman here out of enemy as his first unit. Interesting choice in the south. Panzer there with flak-seam support riding the riflemen. Commanders on the move. Mines on the flank. And this is, of course, the M6 heavy anti-tank gun from enemy. We have already seen in previous matches. He does like that mine for good reasons. Sappers here is the M1340. Which, of course, is already veteran 2-1. Sappers almost finished off here. So much more to fire narrowing down to the center. Commandos having a very bad day with all that German artillery fire raining down above them. And we got the 105 Sherman engaging the Besayedi here. The Kakanos absolutely powerless against that much steel, obviously. Panzer IV is a 6-pounder gun. Panzerwing forwards, a big German pusher for the center. Sherman has been up to block this advance. And the Germans just catching hint of it decide, you know, they got better places to be rather than getting more by 105 and the howitzer shell. Meanwhile, more M1340s here out for Kronosaurus. He clearly likes his Italian tanks. Over to BlueSkidrow. 4 sections. What will happen next? He's going for Crusaders. Obviously a good addition there. And there you go, Crusader Mark III engaging the Panzer goes out in the open. M1340 here being a bit careful. South here, Panzer goes advancing captain. Route squads, commanders moving forwards here. Further north here, another fresh engagement happening here. We got Breda 30s on Kronosaurus' men. Steady British American advance here. South the mortar just moving up here. There you go, Rifle getting pummeled here. Up north, that's where the main fighting is. We got the 2 M1340s pushing back the Crusader. Their mighty 47mm guns, they're pushing away. As an additional fun fact, they would actually come up with the upgrade to it known as the M1542 eventually, which would actually have a gun with a, well, twice as, I think, long barrel and thus higher velocity. Fun fact there, though that one would primarily see usage with the Germans, and some of them would actually see service in the ruins of Budapest. Fun fact. Anyways, M1340's bring up Besayedi, Panzer Grenadiers making patrol here. And what is this? Something big is going off. It's the late fuse barrage. Panzer's Besayedi being pushed back, and 1340s hanging back. Martyrs out here for Rutra. Austrian flying away there. M1340's firing back. We got 290 versus 378. West start Panzer Pioneer and they're deciding to go exploring in a nearby farmhouse. I'll be looking for intelligence and clearly not Italian vines. Over to Rutra. Because their takes are serious of pummeling here as mortar fire and Italian tank fire completely evaporate the crew there and proceed to destroy the gun as well there. Leaving no chance here for the Allies to recover that machine gun. Good work here. 100 farm moving up here. Fierce fighting for the center, north and south side. Aren't really seeing too much fighting at the moment. Feels like both sides are a bit hesitant, a bit concerned. West side here, Rapscourt pushed back by the Panzer III. Captain Rapscourt coming up right into the flak feeling. With fairly predictable results. Counter tanks heading elsewhere. Nothing further here in the German base. North is Sherman moving forwards, punching gaining the section. We got the Sherman moving forwards here with its 100 Farmlander gun. As an additional fun fact, with the 100 Farmlander Sherman was actually meant as a replacement for the M8 Scott. So there's a little fun note there. Panzer is pushing forwards. Head-on assault here by Rutra. Straight into rhythm gunfight. It's also worth noting he's actually gone for Italian combined arms as well. But they've both gone for that one. Bit of a surprise there, if anything. South side here, German forces holding up some reserves there. Mostly support elements. In the center, the German infantry is getting mauled here, pouring in more troops in an attempt to break the Allied spirit. But the Allies are proving to be quite filled with fortitude and good spirits. More fire up north here. Crusader engaging the M1340 here. More artillery fire here and there you go. We got the big guns brought out now here by BlueSkidrow. We got the M18 Hellcat out for enemy. Things are only heating up here. And now there's really a lot of artillery rings down there. Pachino Center back here. Troops still doing a bit of stuff here. And we got another M1340 out of Kronosaurus. I was not expecting to keep going for them here in a 2v2, but it is nonetheless, I would say, a fairly interesting move there. Fairly interesting move. Got the Panther Armada moving up, but the Armada hits a heavy anti-tank mine and is almost knocked out with a single blast. Only the addition of the emergency repair kits actually saved the Armada. They had Rutra not researched that. That Armada would have been toast. Over to Kronosaurus here. Good shot on the SSF commandos, but the 6-pounder gun manages an even better shot back. That's quite a few Italian tanks here. Got artillery fire. We got the Armada being swarmed by the 2 Hellcats here. Easy prey. The Armada is torn apart here. M34 slowing up the artillery firing down here. Buildings slowly being ruined here. A lot of fire there. Men dying in the streets here. Pachino. No mercy from either side. M3040 firing away. The second one moving up here. Pursuing the British armour with their guns and their fury. More troops being committed here. It's an absolute brawl for the centre. An absolute merciless brawl. Shots fired the M1340 here. Looks like something went down there, I don't know. And we still got the 250 half-deck just doing sod all except just gaining experience. I'm not entirely sure what Kronosaurus' plan with that is. Up north here, British forces taking advantage of the fact that, hang on, there's absolutely nothing happening here, so maybe there's also nothing happening on the other side of the river, which it turns out to be a quite good deduction there by BlueSkidrow, so thumbs up to that. Sometimes the absence of activity can also mean absence of activity elsewhere. But of course you did be careful. Another howitzer barrage here around the German artillery. Probably looking to silence that light infantry gun, which has so far done quite good work here. And there you go. Hell of a hit. Men being either ripped apart or rendered probably deaf. They're fighting around here, pushed back. And we got a whiz-bang out of enemy. Not just Shermans, not just Hellcats, but whiz-bangs. South here, Rutra building up his forces. Even as BlueSkidrow lines up with another Crusader push here north of Pachino crossing the road once more. Got the Italian tanks being hauled northwards, though most of them are in heavy need of repairs. Sappers there charging at the Bazieri. We got 317 versus 290. Back to enemy. Black feeling added here. Close to 82 right now being mauled. Of course, we do have the 2 mortar half-tracks under Rutra's command as well there. Note they also had one for the 251 half-track, which of course served with the Panzer Grenadiers and a Panzer Division round, and the Aufklärung was swapping these for the serve with. Fun fact there. Very fun little fact. Another Panzer III on the way here with the Germans. Crusaders hanging about here. An enemy there's just got a nice armored fleet at this point. Plus his Weasel is still alive, but he's using it for healing. The medical station there. More tactics firing away here. And we got here Rutra's armor in a bit of a reserve position, probably trying to avoid getting like hit by artillery strikes. 300 points with 290. North side remains surprisingly quiet. Again, seems like neither side is really interested in doing too much there. And there's definitely, I think, a bit of a stare-off feel around the center at the moment. And what is this? We got the Panzer III ready here for Rutra. We're not seeing any... Oh, we do get armor reserves here, but nothing out of Kronosaurus. Just Italian tanks. Yeah, that said, like, you know, for some units, like, a good part of their armor would actually be made up of Italian equipment the Germans had seized from the Italians after the armistice. Some events in particular were fairly popular, and were apparently considered by the German crews fairly good. But there you go, direct hit here from the Howards, almost taking out one of the 250 mortar half-tracks there. Close call there. That was a direct hit on the tree, which probably evaporated all the squirrels hiding in it. Mortar cleared out there. Gets a misclick there from enemy. Great for the Germans. Less so for enemy. Of course, he could also just have thrown away the mortar. Perhaps wanting to free up population for something else. Hard to say here, of course. A lot of artillery fire there. Howitzers, mortar shots. Just so much artillery. And of course, now we got the whiz bang as well. Meanwhile, up north, the Crusaders fighting with the M1340s here. One Crusader. Oh! Bounces several Italian tank shots in the 6-pounder gun prohibits a pursuit here from them. In fact, one M1340 is down. That was really lucky here for BlueSkidrow. Less so for Kronosaurus. Over 2 BlueSkidrow, in fact, here. Pursuing the Crusaders as they're trying to successfully retreat here across the river, sapling to block the advances. German Panzer Grenadiers cross ahead there. Keep up the pace, take out the Britische Panzer. With what? These are anti-tank grenades we have to get awfully close with. Yeah, I see the issue. 290 is 261. Germans being hauled forwards here. And of course, we still have the whiz-bang here as a sort of like, you know, constant menace that could at any moment like deliver a crashing series of blows here to the German infantry if they're not careful. Hellcats coming on the south flank, got more mines here from enemy. Thumbs up, again, very good mining there. Definitely would say one of the hallmarks of his gameplay there so far is his great use of heavy anti-tank mines. Panzer V being pushed back by the Hellcat there. But the fighting armor in the center continues to be fairly focused. It does continue to feel like a bit of a lack though, trying to like outmaneuver the other chaps. There. We got Kronosaurus with another M1340 here. He is devoted to the Italian tanks, it would appear.
Forward with haste. The enemy has only 250 points left.
250 points left here. Things leading up dramatically. Panzer Pioneer on the move here. And we got that howitzer already at T2 here. Pachino Center is definitely looking less and less like Italy and more and more like Stalingrad. Got the Crusading forward, smoke being deployed to cut the advance. Thumbs up to the Germans, always great to use smoke used, and I definitely feel like CoH3 encourages you to use more smoke more to like support your attacks, so very nice to see that, very nice to see that. Crusaders there bouncing shots from the M1340s as once more Kronosaurus commits his glorious Italian tanks here. But again, I'm surprised he's not committing to like a northern dash here. Straight to the 6-pounder guns here, and we even got a 17-pounder gun. Talk about overkill. Sir, are you sure you want to use this massive gun on that tiny tank? Yes, Jenkins, for the third time, just blast it. I don't care for such concepts as overkill. There's only kill in the British Army. Another whiz-bang barrage here this time, though. Rather knocking out a lot of trees and squirrels, but not much else. Back to Rutra. 222 versus 290. The Germans do need to pick up the pace here. Likely though at this stage, I imagine here that Rutra's plan is going to involve a Tiger, the Tiger, from the Schwerer Panzerabteilung 504. Which was the only heavy tank detachment in Italy. Panzer being hitting up several sources of fire. Could lose it here any moment now. Crusaders being forced. We got triple Crusaders back for Crusade. And there you go. Panzer survives. Meanwhile, we got looks to be a strafing run here from Rutra. Crusader down here, and the other Crusader gets ripped apart by Stukas. Huge blows of BlueSkidrow. 2 tanks left burning in the center of Pachino. In the south, the captain sneaking forwards, being caught here by the flak feeling, which of course is more than happy to remind the Americans what flak feeling means. Panzer running out here, British force moving in the BlueSkidrow, sensing another opportunity in the south, though the captain is practically taken out entirely. And there you go, he does get wiped, instantly deleted. Meanwhile, for Rutra, we are inching ever closer to the Tiger tank. And we got a Panzer command up for Kronosaurus. I'm guessing he's also being farmed reserves, in which case we might be looking at a double Tiger situation here. Double Tiger. It sounds like a really schlocky Hollywood war movie. Anyways, Panzer, they're being hammered here. Polarized. We got artillery called in here. There we go. We got artillery cover. This is going to be really bad for the Allies. And there you go. British force being hammered apart here by artillery fire. White. Good kill here. Good kill. British force pushing forward to the M1340. Basil galloping about behind me, looking for attention. And there you go. T-Guard here for Rutra. Panzer's walked out. In fact, Rutra's got an excellent infantry. Yeah, Basil, we heard that. I think he wants attention or food. Probably both. So forces pushing northwards here. Commanders holding up here. Got the 6-pounder gun sneaking about. We got the M34s moving forwards. Yeah. Tiger engaging the Hellcat. Hellcat's definitely not designed for taking a direct hit here from the Tiger tank. The 8-hit missile there clicking off the munitions, causing a catastrophic explosion there. Sherman taking further damage from the Tiger tank. Already Veterans 1 unlocking the S-mine launchers, which were only like really a feature of very early Tiger tanks, like 1942 style. I'm guessing they just didn't think they were worth it, or there were some issues with them. They tried like sticking them on Panther 3s actually, but gave up on that as well. Panzer was rough on the center. M1340 joining in eventually too. We got 159 to 90 here. The Germans definitely need to pick up the pace. And I feel like they need to like launch a breakthrough push up in the north side here. Meanwhile, more British forces being herded into the center here. Tiger tank moving forwards once more. It's 18mm gun ready to stalk down more targets. Mortars bombarding the center. There we go. Tiger tank deflecting several shots here, or not all of them. And a mortar attack does go down. Good kill here by the British. Good kill. Tiger withdrawing, and we got another whiz-bang barrage here. Right as the Germans withdraw there from Pachino proper. Very good there for the Germans. Less so for enemies' rocket barrage there, which ended up doing very little. We're finding around the center here once more ensues. 17-pounder gun carrying the center of the map here. North side remains suspiciously quiet. Someone bribed all 4 players to just make sure, you know, the trees get their lemons harvested. And to 3 out here for Kronosaurus, the Panzerkampfwagen 3 Honestly, I was kind of expecting to just try and go for a Tiger as well. Or Stugs, but perhaps he's planning that later on. Marder there flanking to the Hellcats. The Hellcats respond rapidly. One shot hits, the other one flies right past it. German forces advancing in the center. Panther flees. Italian tanks. Panzers moving forward here. Looks like Kronosaurus ready to advance here. Forgot to look at this perspective. My apologies. My apologies. Too late for that now. Over to enemy. Buildings there collapsing. Pachino is steadily just being leveled at this point. Like, a few of the buildings are increasingly standing. And there you go. 17-pounder gun knocks out Kronosaurus Panther Fee there. No mercy from BlueSkidrow. And in fact, at this point, he's got two 17-pounder guns. That is a lot of 17-pounder guns. That's going to require either artillery some really deep flanks. I would definitely say at this point, trying to advance forwards against 17-pounder guns is definitely tactically very inadvisable. That's like covering yourself in bacon grease and jumping into the lion's enclosure at the zoo. I suppose picking a fight with a gorilla at the zoo, at the gorilla enclosure. Yeah, no, you get the idea. You're really picking the wrong fight. More Panther Feast there for Kronosaurus. Still firing down there from the howitzer. SSF commanders good to go here again for enemy. Tiger there, Battery 2 slamming into the Crusaders. They're definitely outmatched here. Hellcat not so much, but of course still the 17-pounder guns. And there you go, another resounding hit on the Tiger tank, causing immense amounts of damage. Hands repositioning. Oh, looks like we finally got an attempt to push northwards here, breaking into the northern fields. Finally, it's like they just all forgot about it. It's good to see something. Tiger tank need repairs. It is doing some of the repairs itself. And there you go. Italian tanks, German infantry northwards here. That said, it's having the slightly slower paces. This could theoretically mean the Allies have more time to bring up responses here. There you go. More pressure being exerted here. Again, basically, I think in part it's an attempt to like draw the Allies out of the center. It could also mean they can get the northern victory point that way. So, either way, forcing the Allies to like have to send the front line, I think is a smart move if done correctly. Of course, it does expose themselves to get pushed as well, but again, if they're smart about it, they can negate this. You could even like try and bait the Allies into like making an ill-advised counterattack at the wrong place, at which point the Germans could actually gain ahead here. In the center, Hell coming up there, catching the 250 half-track. Mort's being caught here. Howard to fire. Clears out the Pack 38. And we got another half-track kaput here, leaving just one half-track left for the Germans, and it's the Mort half-track at that. Over to BlueSkidrow. Up north here, fierce fighting here by the Orchard. Almost got another Crusader 6-pounder gun they're supporting, but the 17-pounder gun is not there. That does at least help the Germans fight a bit more effectively from the north side. More artillery fire here. Tiger tank almost fixed up though. I do think Rutra would benefit a lot from just getting some Panzerpedia on that. No sign of any further armored reserves here though for Kronosaurus. And now we can see they're more equipped being held northwards here. Realize what's going on there. Even enemies now starting to react at this point. I feel like the Germans slightly lost whatever momentum they might have gained from this, but theoretically they could just withdraw from here and now make a push elsewhere if they're bold enough. Of course, absolutely. The commanders, though, definitely pay a hefty toll there as they come under fire from every, Axis panzer in the vicinity. Troops filling up here. We got more mines. Thumbs up here from enemy. Very good. Those anti-tank mines could definitely make any German blitzkrieg advance very painful, especially since they don't have armored support and thus access to Panzer Storm. Obviously wouldn't make them immune to it, but at least allows them to like just not get slowed down aggressively. More M1340s. Still no armored reserves here. Still wonder what Crusaders or Kronosaurus playing there. North here, British angling around and catching the Panzerjägers. We've got 260 fuses in 99. M1340s, Panther filming up here. Panzer's also moving forwards here. And there you go, Panzerjägers have hunted the last Panzer. Crusaders being swarmed with M1340s. Other tanks trying to keep up here. Panzers arriving as well there. Jumps outside here. Crusaders taking heavy damage. Oh, M1340 down there, but didn't get in the Crusaders. Good for BlueSkidrow. Last so for Kronosaurus. In the center, Hellcats keeping the Tiger tank from advancing any further. Got the center victory point running neutral here. We got 263 versus 89. Fighting just continues. So neither side really seems able to land a decisive blow. It's so far, to some degree, a war by just small advantages. Section being hit by the Panther fleets and the Panzer moving forwards here. Steady aggressive push here. But again, we're finally seeing some action north here. That's, I think, been a bit of an issue for a good part of the map. They just kind of got the north side. In the south here, though, we got Acted out for Rutra. I wonder who's planning with that. Got a Crusader tank here, but it's come at a fairly high cost here, though, I think, for Kronosaurus. Almost all his tanks gone. Back to Rutra, who's got no real infantry, except that one Panzer squad, which is a high-risk getting wiped out. His Tiger tank there, though, and there you go. The mod is obliterated. Oh, I think he's using it for the artillery cover here, but without line of sight doesn't work. And we got hard to fire on the center. There we go, spotted here. And we got the artillery cover actually going off here. Tiger advancing in the wake of the artillery cover. Very good here, coordinated by Rutra. And there goes 17 pounder gun crew down. Need to break the gun before it gets recruited here. And there it goes, going to crew. We've got ambulance under fire here. And there you go, the ambulance is down. More artillery fire called in here. 17 pounder gun cleared out again. Of course, there's still a second 17 pounder gun, which I think they kind of forgot about. They destroyed one of them at least. That is a small win there for the Germans. Up north here, Crusader, machine gun dinging by the far northern victory point. British forces advancing. Panzer gun is dinging what they can here by the, well, remnants of what I'm sure was once a mighty fine wall. British forces, there's a light machine gun duel here. Crusaders inching in as well. The 105 machine gun is still alive. In fact, enemies almost got into the east level. That's really impressive. And there you go, shot fired. M1340 still here. Still no armored reserves here though from Kronosaurus. Just, like, he has an amazing faith there in Italian tanks. Which is fairly impressive. Because I don't think most players would be that committed to M1340s at this point in the match. As for Rutra, he could call in a pair of stews and go for the Panther 4. He does go for the Panther 4. I mean, that is an excellent pick. Personally, I've probably gone for the double Stooges, but then again with the 17 pounder guns, the Panther 4 to flank them might have been an idea there, but oh well. More mines going off here. 89 versus 215. More artillery cover available here for Rutra. Tiger tank keeps hanging away there. So close to 83. 17 pounder gun up and out. Missing though. Smoke deployed on the 17 pounder gun. Meanwhile, Kronosaurus is kind of inactive. I think he's waiting for the right signal. And there you go. Whiz bang at it again here. German forces here being thrown into disarray. Panther 4 moving forwards here. Assault gun is disembarking. Tiger tank is just chilling there as rockets just fly over the turret. There you go. Direct artillery fire on the Tiger, which is near the ace level. Another push forwards here. Meanwhile, we got a flank here. Right into the 17 pounder guns flank here, of course. We got a 6 pounder flank here, but there you go. We got artillery cover against it. Hellcats being rolled in here to try and stop this armored flank here from Rutra. There we go. 6 pounder gun getting hammered. 6 pounder gun down. Almost got the guns. We need to destroy them as well here. British forces laying down their lives to hold the center no matter the cost. Meanwhile, west side, Ralph's coming up here. 17 pounder gun abandoned but still operable. German tanks are down to really risk it. And the Tiger tank is not doing anything. Meanwhile, we got M1340s still being hauled to the front line here by Kronosaurus. 72 versus 211. Hellcats moving forwards. They're going for the Panther 3 and the Panther 4 here. Could pop rapid fire. There you go. Hellcat down. Hellcat down. In the center. Tiger tank standing like a lone sentry against the advancing American army. He's got 205mm Shermans. Good God. Another 17 pounder coming forward here by BlueSkidrow. Sherman almost knocked up. He got more air support here. This time no strafing run here from enemy. Does nothing though. And recruiting the 17 pounder gun there. Very good by BlueSkidrow. We got 71 to 11. The match is very much at the edge here. 6 pounder gun. Crusaders moving forwards here. Panzer is being absolutely pummeled. Eviscerated even. M1340 being repaired. Panzer gun is being decimated. Tiger tank receiving repairs, but lacking Panzer Pioneers or Panzer Pioneer. It's difficult to like repair the Tiger tank like fast enough, I think. And there you go, Panther right to the Hellcat and the 17-pounder gun now recruited here. Tiger at ace level. And there you go, SSF Commandos got completely crushed there, deleted even. Meanwhile, another push by Kronosaurus and his M1340s. More telefiring down here. There's next to nothing left of Pachino on the north side. Is once more been abandoned here. Whizbang barrage on the center. 69 is 23. German armor in intensive repairs, and so is the Italian armor, a bit somewhat as well. Still no armored service here from Kronosaurus. Over to enemy. Who's really short in infantry, but has plenty of other assets. I think to a degree here, what's keeping the Allies in the game is in part just these 17-pounder guns, which is preventing the Germans from just going all in with their tanks. If they get rid of these 17-pounder guns and coordinate a proper assault, I think the Germans could very well win this. Can they get rid of them? Here's the tricky part here. And there you go. 250 after they're knocked out. M13-4's moved. We got 4 of them. Engineers out here. 4 enemies. Even secured a Bren gun on some of his engineers there. More mines from enemy. Thumbs up. Something routed here. And we got here Kronosaurus with another dashing armored assault being lined up here. A total of 4 M1340s. Again, the confidence he has in these tanks is something else. Hellcat setting out here. Bagger base. German, oh, not Bagger base, but in the southern fields, which are also suspiciously quiet. There's not much going on here. And what is this? It's a fresh Panther there for Rutra. Got 203 versus 41. 40. And looks like the assault's going to be focused around the center here. Targeting inching forward, 17-pound shoots. Misses. Meanwhile, there we go. It's a big push by Kronosaurus. Tanks swarming in there. Guns blazing. Mines goes off here. 2 Italian tanks suffer heavy engine damage. Again, enemies' mines are just doing ungodly work here. And Kronosaurus ends up taking punishing losses. Strafe guns going in. There we go. It is GG. GG. Game over. I think at this point, let's just call it here. A brutal back and forth fight here. But I do think the Germans, and so less degree, could have benefited more from actually pushing around the center. There's definitely a bit of a, I think, overfocus in the center there, which, you know, dragged the match out. I think for the Germans did not benefit them because they really benefit the British with the 17-pounder guns. The Germans, I think, need to switch over to more maneuver warfare, try to outmaneuver them, or, you know, bring in Stukas or Fussers. But neither of these things really materialize. And while again, I do have, to some degree, admire here Kronosaurus' sheer confidence in the M1340s, I do think he needs to, like, you know, bring up something else. Yes, Basil, we'll get you some food after this. Yeah. So there you go, though. A fierce 2v2. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you liked it. Hope you had some fun watching it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment. Consider supporting the Propagandacaster by donating or pledging on Patreon. Every bit helps me keep making these videos. So thank you for joining in. And see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye, everyone.